Hello my friends, Amy Esther here with week 31 of my pregnancy. If you've missed any of my updates, I do have a playlist, I will link it down below, where you can watch every week of my pregnancy, where I talk about what happened that week, and I will continue to do pregnancy updates every Friday until baby boy comes. And then I plan on doing postpartum updates every week for the first 6 weeks after he comes as well, because that is a whole different story, is the postpartum period, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about that, and we're going to talk about it here on my channel because we talk about all things health, and that is a huge part of having a baby, is the postpartum period. And so we will do an update every week at that point. Anyway, you guys, if you're new here, I'm Amy Esther. I have several chronic illnesses, and so my channel is typically about life with chronic illness, and of course I'm currently pregnant, and so that's why I'm sharing these pregnancy updates with you, so you can see what it's like to live with chronic illness. Particularly I have POTS, SIBO, endometriosis, PCOS, fibromyalgia, Hashimoto's disease, chronic fatigue syndrome. What it's like to be pregnant with all of those things is why I create these videos for you every week. Now you may notice this is a different setup than I normally have. I actually have an entirely different, I'm using a different lens and microphone. I'm using like my vlogging lens and microphone right now, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. And then I'm sitting in my baby boy's room. How fitting that we do our pregnancy updates in his room. I feel like I should have done them in here this whole time, although hasn't been set up this whole time, so I guess that will work. Anyway, it's a little bit different of a setup today just because I had a doctor's appointment, kind of threw some things off, but that's okay. We're still gonna get our pregnancy update done, and then I'm sorry I didn't do my hair, didn't really get ready for you guys today, so sorry it's just kind of a thrown together video, but it's been a long day and I just wasn't feeling like doing my nice setup, so hopefully this works for you guys. But anyway, let's get to week 31 of my pregnancy. So if you guys have been following along, you know that it's been rough this past month. I have been extremely sick. I have been anemic, and it's just been so hard. And still working through that, definitely. I would say this is the best week I've had in a month or so. As in, I had maybe 2 days that were a little bit better. I wouldn't say I had a bunch of energy. I mean, I never have a bunch of energy. I live with chronic fatigue every day, but the fatigue I've been experiencing with this anemia is much, much worse than my normal fatigue, where it is just, I can't even get out of bed like literally all day long. I'm just in bed, laying on the couch while my toddler plays around me. Like, I just feel like a beached whale that seriously cannot get up off the couch. So I did have a couple days. I had one day in particular where I felt like I really thought everything was working and the treatments that I was doing for my anemia were finally working. And if you haven't followed along, I've been taking iron my whole pregnancy. My body hasn't really been processing it, and so I'm still low on iron and B12, and so that's kind of where we're at, and I'm trying to get those levels up. However, they are taking much longer than I would have hoped. It's been a rough go, but I did have one day where I felt like I had a lot of energy. I took my daughter to the park. I actually started her up in a gymnastics class, which was fun. And so I've started trying to be a little bit more active. So I would say that this week is getting better. I'm definitely not through this hard stage of pregnancy, and I don't know when it will get better. I did actually just get back from the doctor, so let me update you guys on that. So I went to my normal OB appointment. Again, if you missed my other updates with my other doctor's appointments, those are in the last couple of weeks, like last week and the week before, mostly is where I talked about my doctor's appointments, but was back at the doctor today for my OB appointment. It was actually my 32 week, but it's just always ended up landing on the week before. So anyway, technically my 32 week appointment, but it was on week 31, if that makes sense. So I went to my OB, and he actually gave me an iron shot. It hurt so bad. I'm such a baby when it comes to pain, you guys. I live with chronic pain, and I still just hate being in pain, and anyways, it was painful. But got an iron shot. He said that if that helps, that I could get one every week and see if that would do better with my body than taking the pills. So that was a new update today. And then he just told me to keep working with my primary care doctor, see if we can just get me to feel better. And then I also talked about last week that I did a urine test, and a 24-hour urine test, and then the lab did the wrong testing for what my doctor asked. And so I had to redo that this last week, and I'm still waiting on what my primary care has to say about those results. But I definitely peed a lot, like so much. So I think it's abnormal, but who knows? Maybe with pregnancy it's totally normal. I'm not sure. I'm still waiting for those results. I called him today about that, and I told my OB about it, but he said just to wait till my primary care had got back to me. So anyway, that will be coming hopefully next week. I will know what's going on with that. But really, it's just this fatigue has just been so bad. And I'm just really hoping that these shots and the supplements I'm taking will start to help. I will do a whole video about the supplements that I am taking this pregnancy. One supplement that has been helping me is salt pills. I've been taking the salt pills, and I've had really low blood pressure this pregnancy. Not really low, but it's been hovering around 90/60, which anything under 90/60 is where they start to get concerned. So I've really been hovering that. So basically not low enough that I need medication or need to be in the hospital, but low enough that we need to get my blood pressure up. And so those salt pills actually have been working. So my blood pressure has been going up. It's more in normal range, like 100/60 or something, I think was what it was today at my appointment. So it's definitely getting a little bit better in that area, which is really good. And then my blood sugar, I was having issues with that most of my pregnancy. Not as in gestational diabetes, I just had randomly would get low blood sugar. And that has been getting better because I've been trying to eat more regularly. Even though I still have no appetite, I still feel a lot of nausea all day long. I just feel like I'm constantly nauseous, and I don't throw up at all. I don't know why. My body doesn't know how. And so I've just been nauseous, which has just been more of an annoying thing, because when you're pregnant, I just want to eat good food. That's the only time I'm not on a diet is second and third trimester of pregnancy. And just because of my chronic illnesses, I'm usually on like a paleo diet or something. But when I'm pregnant, I let myself eat whatever I want. So it's kind of frustrating that I'm like so nauseous and have no appetite, because I want to be able to eat some good food during this time. But that's just what I've been cursed with, is this nausea and lack of appetite. But I feel like I've been doing better at just like getting myself to eat. So I have started gaining weight again. I'm 151 pounds. If you watch my past ones, I had kind of stayed the same for a couple weeks and then dropped a little bit. So finally back to that normal, like, 1 to 2 pounds a week that I'm gaining. I think I gained 2 pounds in the last week. So that's totally in the normal realm. So I have gained a total of 30 pounds this pregnancy. So definitely not nauseous enough that I'm not eating. I have been trying to get myself to eat this whole pregnancy. And I feel like when I'm pregnant, my body does hold on to water. Like I get a lot of extra water weight, but I'm also urinating a lot. So I don't know what's wrong with my body. But I definitely feel like when I had my daughter, I remember right after I had her, my compression socks that I wear every day didn't fit me, because I just like lost a bunch of water weight just immediately after birth. And so I'm assuming that's happening again this time, where I'm just like holding on to water. And other symptoms I have a lot of acid reflux. I'm having just really bad heartburn. And so because I'm on iron, fun fact for you guys who have anemia or take iron, don't take it within 2 hours of an antacid. So I've been trying really hard to make sure I take my iron outside of the 2-hour window of when I've taken an antacid, because I do have heartburn pretty much all day long and all night long. It's definitely worse at night. So I try to take my iron at least a couple hours before bed so that I can take an antacid right when I get into bed. But that is something that I feel like I've been eating like candy, is antacids. So I just have to be careful not to take them too close to my iron. But I've had a lot of heartburn. My low back has been hurting like crazy recently, and the more active I am, which, haven't been that active, but if I ever am having a good day like last Thursday, which was amazing, or I'm like a little bit more active, my low back starts to hurt a ton. I've had a lot of Braxton Hicks this past week, especially the day that I was more active. Seriously, okay, it's been one day. I had one active day. And that day I had a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions. I definitely don't think they're like signs of early labor or anything like that, but I've had a lot of contractions, and then I've also had a lot of cramping. Like it feels like light period cramping, maybe normal period cramping for some people, but my periods are just the worst thing you could ever imagine. So for me, it feels like light period cramping. And I get that a lot at night. I don't know why. I think I got that with my daughter as well. It feels like that feels familiar to me, and so I'm not too worried about it. And I actually forgot to ask my doctor about it today. So I'm obviously not that worried about it because I didn't even remember to ask my doctor. But anyway, that's my week 31. Just getting to that point in pregnancy where it's kind of like everything hurts. I'm kind of complaining about all the things because I'm so big, and I'm still dealing with that anemia, but I'm really hopeful that it's getting better. I do feel like this week was just like one baby step better than it was the past few weeks. So I am very hopeful. And then I got an iron shot today, and I'm hoping that helps me. And this baby boy is going to stop making me so sick. I'm happy that he's healthy, and little parasites taking all of my nutrients, which as long as he is healthy, that's the most important thing, of course. But it would be nice if I could feel a little healthy too. Also, just a little side note, you guys, I know this like background looks kind of nice. Well, this is my pile of laundry that is currently sitting next to me. So anyway, don't judge. I have definitely slacked on, well, now I messed this up. Oh, still not gonna work. Okay, I'm just gonna have to hold it while we finish this video because it's not working. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Anyway, you guys, that's my real life, is this pile of laundry. Like, I feel like YouTube sometimes looks like this, but real life is actually this giant pile of laundry next to me, and it doesn't even look that big from what you guys can see, but like it's basically as tall as my hips. So it's a big pile of laundry that I should probably do. But since I've had no energy, I've been thinking, okay, how can I save energy? What things can I cut out? So I've been trying to keep the dishes done and keep things that make my house not get disgusting. All of those things done. I will have a video coming out soon, by the way, of how I've kept my house clean through all of this. But here's my tip real quick, is that I found some things that I've decided are unnecessary. Making my bed does not make my house gross. It just makes it look nicer. So I have skipped on that most days. And folding laundry. And the only way I can do that is because I have this empty room that is clean, and so I just throw my laundry in here, and then when we need something, we just come search through till we find it. And I have not folded laundry in probably like 3 weeks, so I don't know if I should share that with you guys. That's super embarrassing, but that's my real life. So anyway, you guys, hope you enjoyed that little sneak peek into my real life, even though I pretend that this is my life. It's not. I'm a mess. I'm a complete mess. So that's week 31 here, guys. Complete mess. But I'm very hopeful that things are getting better. And I hope that next time I talk to you guys, they will have gotten better. But we'll see. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. That totally helps my channel, lets YouTube know that you like my videos, and lets me know that you are liking them. If you want to see more of my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and there's a little bell notification. You can turn that on so you don't miss any time I upload a new video. All right, you guys, I'll see you next week.